Salesforce PD1 certification dumps. Q21, a developer must create a credit card payment class that provides an implementation of an existing payment class. Public virtual class payment, public virtual void makepayment decimal amount, implementation / which is the correct implementation. A public class credit card payment implements payment, public virtual void makepayment decimal amount, implementation. B public class credit card payment extends payment, public override void makepayment decimal amount, implementation / C public class credit card payment extends payment, public virtual void makepayment decimal amount, implementation / D public class credit card payment implementation payment, public override void makepayment decimal amount, implementation. The answer is option B public class credit card payment extends payment, public override void makepayment decimal amount, implementation. Q22, a developer completed modifications to a customized feature that is comprised of two elements: Apex trigger elements trigger handle or Apex class. What are two factors that the developer must take into account to properly deploy the modification to the production environment? Choose two answers. A. Apex classes must have at least 75% code coverage org-wide. B. All methods in the test classes must use as test. C. At least one line of code must be executed for the Apex trigger. D. Test methods must be declared with the cheated keyword. The answer is option A. Apex classes must have at least 75% code coverage org-wide. C. At least one line of code must be executed for the Apex trigger. Q23, a developer is debugging the following code to determine why accounts are not being created. List_x equals getAccounts, / getAccounts implemented elsewhere database. Insert_x, false. How should the code be altered to help debug the issue? A. Collect the insert method return value in a save result variable. B. Change the DML statement to insert_x. C. Add a try-catch around the insert method. D. Set the second insert method parameter to true. The answer is option C. Add a try-catch around the insert method. Q24, Universal Containers hires a developer to build a custom search page to help users find the accounts they want. Users will be able to search on name, description, and a custom comments field. Which consideration should the developer be aware of when deciding between SOCL and SOSL? Choose two answers. A. SOCL is faster for text searches. B. SOSL is able to return more records. C. SOSL is faster for test searches. D. SOCL is able to return more records. The answer is option C. SOSL is faster for test searches. D. SOCL is able to return more records. Q25, Universal Containers uses Service Cloud with a custom field, stage_C on the case object. Management wants to send a follow-up email reminder 6 hours after the stage_C field is set to waiting and customer The Salesforce Administrator wants to ensure the solution used is bulk safe. Which automation tool should a developer recommend to meet these business requirements? A. Record-triggered flow with a scheduled path. B. Einstein Nest Best Action. C. Entitlement process. D. Scheduled flow. The answer is option A. Record-triggered flow with a scheduled path. Q26, a developer must troubleshoot to pinpoint the causes of performance issues when a custom page loads in their org. Which tool should the developer use to troubleshoot? A. Setup menu. B. App Exchange. C. Developer Console. D. Visual Studio Code IDE. The answer is option C. Developer Console. Q27, a developer has a Visualforce page and custom controller to save account records. The developer wants to any validation rule violations to the user. How can the developer make sure that validation rule violations are displayed? A. Include on the Visualforce page. B. Perform the DML using the database.insert method. C. Use a try/catch with a custom exception class. D. Add custom controller attributes to display the message. The answer is option A. Include on the Visualforce page. Q28, a developer is creating a page that allows users to create multiple opportunities. The developer is asked to verify the current user's default opportunity record type, and set certain default values based on the record type before inserting the record. How can the developer find the current user's default record type? A. Use the schema.userinfo.opportunity. Get default record type method. B. Use opportunity subject type.getSpecified. Get record type info to get a list of record types, and iterate through them until his default record type mapping is true. C. Create the opportunity and check the opportunity.record type, which will have the record of the current user's default type, before inserting. D. Query the profile where the id equals userinfo.getProfileID and then use the profile.opportunity.getDefault record type method. The answer is B. Use opportunity subject type.getSpecified. Get record type info to get a list of record types, and iterate through them until his default record type mapping is true. '29, Universal Containers has a Visualforce page that displays a table of every container being rented by a given account. Recently this page is falling with a view state limit because some of the customers rent over 10,000 containers. What should a developer change about the Visualforce page to help with the load errors? A. Implement pagination with an offset controller. B. Use lazy loading and a transient list variable. C. Use JavaScript Remoting with soak offset. D. Implement pagination with a standard set controller. The answer is option D. Implement pagination with a standard set controller. Q30, a developer migrated functionality from JavaScript Remoting to a Lightning Web Component and wants to use the existing getOpportunitiest method to provide data. Which modification to the method is necessary? A. The method must return a JSON object. B. The method must return a string of a serialized JSON array. C. The method must be decorated with aura enabled. D. The method must be decorated with cathable equals true. The answer is option B. The method must return a string of a serialized JSON array. www.salesforcestart.com +91 939 393 4143